Hello and welcome everybody to the greatest YouTube channel on planet Earth. Thank you to all my fans. I applaud you for supporting me over all this time, and I know that I'm the most entertaining YouTuber you have ever come across in your life. And if you don't know me, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Pink Plum Bob. I am happy to have you. Come and visit, come and check it out. Come and give me a try. Give me a cheeky like and subscribe if you fancy it. Just off the bat, why not? Go crazy in your life. You only live once at the end of the day. Right, so if anybody's been watching my YouTube channel, which you obviously all have been because it's such great quality content, you will know that this is the second half of my mansion estate build. Now, this mansion took me a bloody long time to build because I'm not used to building on 64 by 64 lots. So this is new territory for me, but I've done it. Congratulations to myself. I give myself a pat on the back. I'm not literally doing that now, but I've done it in my head. Anyway, how is everyone doing? I hope everybody had a lovely weekend just gone by, even though we're nearly at the next weekend. I don't care. I hope you had a lovely weekend, and I hope everybody's having a fabulous week so far. So yeah, moving on to the build. The interior is kind of like, how do I describe it? It's not modern, but it is. It's got modern amenities, but it's kind of countrified, and it's kind of got like old-fashioned bits. I just basically did what I wanted. I wanted it to look like rich people owned it, and sometimes I feel like rich people don't have the best sense of interior design. Not saying that this isn't the best interior design, which it obviously is, but it's, I don't know, it's alright decorated. It's not super fancy. It's got, you got your wooden chairs and that, I mean, considering these people are very rich, they're happy with like the simple stuff in life, but they have 2 bars in this house, so maybe they just like to party. P-A-R-T-Y, cause I got it, you know it, bitch. Anyway, so this is the kitchen. I like the kitchen. It's very bright, it's very light, it's very blue and cream. And I liked those fancy counters as well. I never use those fancy counters. I don't know, I just prefer other ones. My favourite ones are the Jungle Adventures ones. I think you can't top them. But I thought, I'm pretty sure they're base game as well. These ones I've used. And also I like the fact I put stuff on top of the fridge. I know I'm blowing my own trumpet, but I've not seen other simmers do that, or if you have done that, congratulations. I must have subconsciously copied your ideas. But yeah, this is the kitchen, guys. And they are that rich. They've got 2 cookers. So I bet you haven't got 2 cookers in your house. No, I bet you don't. Because neither do I, because I'm poor as hell. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, and I imagined a dog living here as well. I didn't mention that in my last video. I did describe the family I imagined living here. I imagined a rich couple, and they've got a teenage son and daughter. They've got a baby daughter and like a newborn baby, so there's a nursery. Sorry, I can't talk. I've just had a coffee. And now I've got a lot of saliva for some reason. And there's also a child sim son. If you want me to build a family for this house, I would be more than happy to, because I love Creator Sim, and I know we've just received the new patch as well, so I'm very happy about that, and I can't wait to do some terrain builds and have a go with that. I find it hard at the moment because the floor, the plots of land and everything around them is flat to the ground, so it just would stick out a little bit. If all of a sudden you've got like a mountain in the middle of Windenburg and it's like, it's not really working. So yes, I'll tell you a little bit about I'm just looking out my window and there's some joggers running along the road. And they're all wearing high visibility and they've got little torches on. How lovely. It's nice to see people getting active. And I'm sat here doing all in my pyjamas. Yeah. I've still got my bra on though, so that's a good thing. Normally it's off by now. Let the beasts hang free. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying. I'll just talk to the build until I remember my trail of thought. So the living room, I wanted it to be classy. I wanted it to be clean looking, but I like this kind of grey wallpaper with white walls, and then you've got these pops of minty green. I think that's a really nice little touch. Oh yes, I was going to talk about my week. So last week I had the week off work, which is nice. It's a rarity. So I had the week off and I managed to just kind of recuperate, get myself chilled and blah blah blah, etc. And it was actually my mum's birthday that week. So on the Monday we went shopping and I spent a ridiculous amount of money on stuff that I don't need. And I probably shouldn't do it because I'm going to go bankrupt and my bank will probably cancel all my debit cards and credit cards because I'm a spendaholic. But I did buy an amazing rainbow cropped puffer jacket from Primark. And for you, excuse me, and for you people who don't know what Primark is, you are missing out. I'm talking like a man now because I've got a bubble in my throat. Excuse me. So it's the best shop in the universe. You can't beat Primark, and if anyone says otherwise, they're chatting, frankly. So I went shopping with my ma, and I don't actually get a lot of chances to like spend one-on-one time with my mum because, you know, we're both grown-ups. We both got stuff to do. We've both, you know, got partners and other commitments and stuff like that, and we live apart as well. Like, not far. Like, I literally live 10 minutes away from my mum, but you know, she's doing other bits and bobs. And I'm doing bits. Well, I never actually really do anything. I just quite like doing nothing and being antisocial. Okay. And then Friday I took her to a spa, but she paid for it, so I don't know how that works. But I ain't gonna say hell no. I did offer to pay, by the way. I didn't just like let my mum pay for her own birthday spa, and she was like, no, it's all right, Em, you can drive. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll drive. And then she tried to give me bloody petrol money as well, and I was like, no, woman, you've already bought the spa day. I'm sure I can afford a McDonald's breakfast and bloody petrol. Never mind. Back to the build. So the living room is pretty much coming together lovely jabbly, and I like it, yeah. So, right, now we're moving on to the office. I was going to do like a secret office, but I thought, no. This is a man of business. This is what has brought this family's fortune. He's like going to be a top businessman, and now he works from home doing his own business, and he's got a proper office. It's all kitted out with a computer. He hasn't got a computer chair because I forgot to put one in, so he's going to have to stand. So if you download this off the gallery under my hashtag emmapp or under my origin ID, which is Emma the Blonde, don't judge me for the name. I had it since I was like 14, but never mind. I don't know if you can change it. I'll have to look into that. But yes, he's a very well-known businessman, and he's earned his fortune through business. And I imagined his wife to be one of those wives that's kind of like a little bit I don't know what. She like bakes loads of stuff. She's just like a stay-at-home mum, but she's a lady of leisure. That's the one I'm looking for. And she does like baking, and she does spa days with the girls like me, because I'm a lady of leisure and work. And I actually never used those, going off subject a little bit, I've never used those cabinets before in my life because I forgot they existed, if I'm honest. And then I wanted to put some like chairs so they could like have conference meetings or whatever, stuff like that. And I also, in a second, you'll see me put like a load of trophies on a shelf, because I feel like, you know, he's an overachiever. He has, he's worked hard all of his life. You know, he's got a lot of trophies. He's got a lot of things that he's done and he's proud of. So you'll see me, I believe it's, I was going to call it open for business then. I'm thinking of The Sims 2. No, it's Get to Work. And I've never used that shelf in my life. So that's another item that I've like ticked off my list that I've never used. And I just got all the unlockables out because why not? Because we're cheaters, that's why. Oh, and I put a baseball bat there because I thought he could beat somebody up if like they annoyed him in a conference meeting or something. I don't know if that's like a legit thing, but maybe he's a really violent man. I don't know. I thought that was quite funny. Maybe it's just me. He's got a warped sense of humour. And then I decided to build him a gymnasium, only a small one, and he can do his yoga, he can do running, he can do that other thing on that machine on the left hand side, cross training maybe. Ooh, oh my god, my mom's FaceTiming me. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I had to cut off the recording because my mum FaceTimed me with some juicy gossip, which I cannot share with you on the internet because it's too personal, you know. I can't do that. So, back to the build. I'm just finishing off the gymnasium here, and I just add some prints and some of those little kind of cute cube things that they can sit on. I thought, oh, if he fancies a break, he can sit on a nice cube. Now, we're moving on to, it's like a formal party room thing. So this is the one bar room out of the two, and I really like this room. It's very kind of classic looking. It's just got white walls, wooden floors, and it's got lovely red curtains as well. Looks very classy. I thought maybe, you know, because he's a businessman, he could have like posh conference parties in this room, hire a pianist, and he could, a pianist, not pianist, and a bartender as well. And I also put in the glamour, is it? Oh, I don't know. I can't remember the names of the packs off the top of my head. It's the one with the party stuff. Is it glamour party stuff? I'm probably making that up. I put that like little table with the cover on it, and I put the chocolate fountain in because I thought that would be cute. And then I just put some bar stools in, and I also put a dartboard in there. I think there's actually 2 dartboards in this house as well, because of the other like room upstairs, like the other entertainment room. And I just put some speakers in for some music and some pieces of artwork, and then that's about it for that one. And then that's the room where it's got like a slight glass roof as well, so you can see the light shining down, and it looks absolutely stunning. The most stunning room you've ever seen in your entire life. I know, I am just such a quality builder. Right, where are we now? So, considering how big this house is, there is a very small dining room. Now, I was going to use that party room as the dining area, but I found it very narrow for some reason. And after you've put a dining room table and chairs in, what else do you put in, really? I don't know. And I thought the room was too big for that, so that's why I made it into like a party conference room. So this is a very small formal dining room. Now, it is posh, don't get me wrong, it's posh. It's got fancy wallpaper, yeah, fancy rug with your squiggles all over it. And you've also got like, what's it called, like a dish cabinet, plate cabinet, dish holder cabinet thing. And I do actually extend the room a little bit. See where that like little corner bit is? That sticks in by the dish cabinet. I actually push that out so it's a flat wall, but I do that off camera, but you'll see it when I like fill the hallway in. I just put some pretty pictures up to make it look classy, make it look nice. Looks super sexy, because it's a sexy house for sexy sims and sexy people who want to play with my sexy house. And then just some of those cool parrot dishes. I wouldn't mind some like dishes like that, like decorative dishes, but I want cats on them, like is it Umbridge from Harry Potter, you know, the psycho woman. She's like and she's an absolute psycho. She's probably the perfect definition of like all women, like complete psychos, and they act really nice. I'm probably gonna get hate comments for that, but I don't care. Haters are gonna hate. I'm just gonna block out those haters with my sunglasses, but I don't actually own sunglasses. So here's kind of like a little reading area, and I merged the 2 like bookcases together to create like a big fancy one, and it seemed to work really nicely. The one thing I hate about it is like when it has that glitching out thing, and you can see like the 2 objects fighting against each other to see who's going to come through first. I just put some nice seats, nice little reading area, nice photo. Trust me, there's a lot of bookcases in this build. I had no clue what to put in like the random plain areas. And then once again I just put more bookcases and some like decorative tables and stuff with some bits and bobs on them just to fill the hallway, because I always find hallways like they're very, well, you don't really do anything in a hallway, you just walk through it, but I didn't want it to be completely naked, so I did fill it up. And I quite like the little square thing underneath the table. It kind of makes it like a nice little sitting area. And here I'm just putting some curtains around. And right, where are we now? So this is the butler's bedroom. Now, it's very fancy for a butler's bedroom, so if you want to use it as like a normal bedroom, just use it as a normal bedroom. I'm not gonna like, you know, And also I do, like the butler's room, it kind of, you have to go through like a little utility room, which is just there on the left hand side to get to the butler's room, because I felt like it'd be a room that would want to be hidden away from guests and stuff. Like, you don't just want to see your butler coming out of the bedroom like, hi, how y'all doing? And yeah, I wanted it to be kind of hidden away, not hidden, but just out of sight, out of mind sort of thing. But they have a fabulous bed. It's that is it Princess Cordelia bed, whatever it's called. I think it's base game. And I just added lots of like fancy stuff. It's very neutral, but it's very pretty looking at the same time. So it's a little bit girly, but the colours are neutral. Right now, this is the first time I've done this. I actually add a wine cellar, and I love the wine cellar. Sorry, my cats are banging around downstairs. And I thought, yeah, these people are posh. They're going to have a wine cellar. Screw it. They can have a big fancy wine cellar. And I put the wine coolers both sides of the walls. And then at the end of the room, I do put some of those posh glass refrigerators in. You know, it could be for like the chilled stuff like the vodka. Sorry, that was like the worst Russian accent I've ever done. And then I just added, like, I wanted it to be like really warm looking and out of the way. I mean, I don't actually see many wine cellars in people's builds, so it's a nice change. It's a nice, you know, bit of different. That could be a new saying, a bit of different. And then I also add those like wine holder things on the wall, which I've never used. So once again, tick off the box, sorry. Tick off. That on my list of things I never use in The Sims 4. As well as those wine coolers, nectar coolers. You can't call them wine in The Sims because it's like PG-13. But yeah, so here we go, finishing off this room. It's pretty simple, to be honest. It's nothing fancy. The Sims will never use it in their lives, but it's just, you know, they're rich, they can have it. I thought it'd be a good idea to share some stories with you guys as well, so you can get to know me a little bit better and I can get to know you. Like, I'm all up for story time. So, story time with Pink Blumbob. Here we go. The first story I'm going to talk about when I was very drunk when I was 18 years old. I am now 25 years old and I barely go out anymore because I can't deal with hangovers. I'm a bit of a wimp. And to be honest, by 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I'm done. I just want my chicken nuggets and I want to go home. I want my bed. I want to see my cats. I want my pyjamas, take this bra off, take my face off, even though I have slept in a full face of makeup before, and that's not fun. I wouldn't recommend it. Please make the effort to take off your face makeup at the end of the night. But sometimes when you're that plastered, it's got to be done. You've just got to do it. So I was 18 years old. Let's go back. Right, so I have a friend who I haven't seen him in a long time, and he's from Iceland. We went to school together, and then as soon as he turned 16, he went back to Iceland. And he came over I think he was gone over the summer when he went home, and then it was the following summer that he came back. And I said to him, you can stay at my house. I think he stayed at another friend's house before he stayed at mine. And so we'd all just turned 18, so it was like, yeah, we're fresh on the town, we can go and get drunk. And because of course us English people, we have the pleasure of getting drunk at the age of 18 legally, whereas you poor Americans out there, it's 21. So I feel for you peeps, I feel for you. But anyway, so we all went out. My dress sense back then was horrendous. I'm not saying it's any better now. What is my cat doing? He's going to smash something. Elvis! God knows what he's doing. I'm scared he's going to smash something. Anyway, my dress sense was terrible. And we were all in the pub. We were all like drinking like, yeah, this is great. And then I get to a point in the night where I completely like don't remember anything. Like, it's very rare that happens, but I was blind drunk. Like, I don't remember anything. Like, it was one of those scenarios where I woke up the next day and I literally couldn't remember what happened to me. I woke up and I looked down and I thought, oh, what happened? And I'm thinking, why am I still in my tights? What's going on? Why is my hair still curled? Like, what? I literally had forgotten I'd went out on a night out. I felt horrendous when I got her. So, anyway, apparently in that night, I was blind drunk and I was talking to some really short Polish man. and I couldn't tell you why. I don't remember. And then this is actually a really bad story. I'm trying to think of the details, but I can't actually remember the details. So my Icelandic friend, they took me to a club, my local club. It's like the worst club in the universe, but you know, when you're 18, it doesn't matter. You can just have fun anywhere. And apparently, I fell asleep in the middle of this club, and I full on was like conked out in this club. I'm not going to name the club. And eventually the poor bouncer had to actually carry me out. See, I don't remember any of this. This is everything that people told me. And they had to take me out. Thankfully, they didn't like chuck me out, but they like picked me up and placed me outside. And I tell you what, don't do it, kids. You know, if you've got your valuables on you, people are nasty these days. They will take your luckily for me, I have good friends who look out for me, and they will look after my stuff for me when I'm blind drunk. And so yeah, so I was absolutely slaughtered, and I think my friends decided at that point, yeah, it's time for Emma to go home. So I was walking at this point, considering I was out cold a minute ago. So I was starting to walk down the hill, because it's a very steep hill where I got to get the taxi from. And my friend, my Icelandic friend, he is a tall bloke. Like, he's a big bloke. He's like tall and he's wide, you know, he's stocky. I took him down like 10-pin bowling. He was on the floor. I don't know how I did it. I don't remember doing it, but apparently I completely floored him. He was arse over tit on the floor because of me, and I don't know why. Anyway, I woke up the next morning not having a clue what happened to me, not knowing that I'd even went out. What I did, but I forgot. I had like slight memory loss, short-term memory loss. And I woke up, and for some reason I had no sense of smell or nothing, because I don't know if you guys have ever had that before, where you're that blind drunk, or you've been drunk and you can't smell or you can't really taste anything. You're just like, what's going on? And I woke up, and like my whole top of my bed was soaked, and I didn't know why. I couldn't smell anything. I checked myself to see if I'd wet myself in the night, and I hadn't. I was bone dry. Thank God for that. So I came to the conclusion that I'd spilt a glass of water over myself, trying like drunkenly, like oh, I'm going to drink this glass of water, and I just like spilled it everywhere. And yeah, you can probably see where I'm going with this story. And I had no sense of smell, so I presumed it was water. And I sleep with a little teddy. Well, he's not a teddy, he's a rabbit, and he's called Peter Rabbit. He's like been my childhood comfort since forever, and I still sleep with him to this day. Don't be ashamed, kids, if you still sleep with your teddies, because teddies protect you from the monsters from the bed. So I still sleep with Peter Rabbit to this day, and he's a right tatty old thing as well. So my sense of smell starts to come about. Peter Rabbit is, bless his heart, has been soaked. My whole bed's been soaked. And I'm like, I don't know what it is. So I'm like carrying on, thinking it's water, and I'm like, I've got a habit of like sniffing Peter Rabbit's ear, and eventually my sense of smell started to come back to me, and I realised it smelled weird. It smelled like wee, and I was like, So I said to my Icelandic friend, did you wee on me last night? And he was straight up like, no, I wouldn't do that. But I'm there thinking, if I'm out cold and my downstairs is bone dry, how the hell has wee got on top of my duvet and gone all over Peter? I certainly would not pee on Peter. He's my comfort. He's my rock. He's been there through the hard times. And he denied the whole thing. I wouldn't mind if he weed on me. I'd just rather him tell me that he's weed on me. Do you know what I mean? You know, honesty's the best policy. If he's weed on me, it's fine. We'll clear up. It's only wee. Just tell me that you've weed all over me. But I remember my dad, he told me a story once where he was that blind drunk he weed in his wardrobe. So if anybody's had any stories very similar to that, where they've weed themselves or done silly things that they should, well, everyone does silly things that they shouldn't when they're drunk, like text ex-boyfriends or whatever, or buy stuff online that they don't actually want. I've never done that. I'm actually surprised because I'm a shopaholic. I've never actually bought anything that I shouldn't online. I kind of forget about it when I'm on my phone. And I find when I'm really drunk as well, sometimes I can't actually see my phone. Like, I always seem to lose stuff, but it's always in my bag. Like, I'm trying to find it in my bag, but I can't physically see it, but it's there. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like my brain is blocking... I can't speak, bloody hell. My brain is blocking out what I want to see. Because I've had that several times where I'm trying to find my purse or... whatever, and it's like, oh my god, I can't find my purse, and then my friend's like, it's right here, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough. So, right, back to the build. So that was, well, that's an interesting story. That's one for the grandkids for sure, but I've got plenty more stories of my youth and back in the day and stuff like that. And so if people want to hear about my crazy youth, it was not really that crazy. It's not like I was a drug taker or anything. No, don't do drugs, kids. Drugs are bad. They will screw up your life, and they are expensive, and you'd rather buy clothes or shoes or Sims games. So take my advice. So back to the build. Here we are onto the I believe we've just done the nursery. So now we're onto the child sim boys bedroom, and I love this bedroom. I love the dinosaur theme, and I like the colour I went for. I've never used that bedding that swatch before, and I never used those dark wood colours from the kids room stuff, so I was really pleased with how this turned out. And once again, I used those corner sofas that I used like in that little play area. I thought they worked really nice with the cute little animals on them, and I thought, you know, you can get away with it when they're kids, because my first pet stuff, I'm sorry, the shocking my first pet stuff pack, shocking as it is great for kids rooms. And I tell you what, it is actually growing on me, the my first pet stuff is, like, I am finding I'm using more and more of it as I, you know, as I build. But I've never used that round fish tank table, and I love that table, but I put it down and it just doesn't look right. I don't know, it just looks a bit odd. So I am intended on using that in a build. Right, so moving on. So here we are in the second bar room. And I was completely oblivious to the fact I've already made a bar room, but hey ho. And I'm using the same shelf, but I did use a different bar completely, so that's a good thing. I believe that's the bowling stuff pack one. And I also use that jazzy carpet as well, because it looked cool. You know, this is a fun room. This could be a room for the kids. And, well, not so much the kids, more like the teenagers. And, you know, they can play a bit of foosball. They can play Don't Wake the Llama. Now, this is the teenage girl's bedroom. And I wanted this bedroom to be proper princessy, proper girly. You know, she's a proper girly girl. I'd say she's very high maintenance. Like, she's like, she's one of those popular girls. And she also shares a bedroom to the right hand side of the screen now. There is a little door there, and that goes to a shared bathroom with the brother's bedroom, the teenage brother's bedroom. So they share a bathroom. So there is 2 bathrooms on this floor. 2 bathrooms on this floor. The master bedroom has an ensuite. To be fair, there's no main bathroom up here. Never mind, I didn't put one. But there is a main bathroom downstairs, so there is 3 bathrooms in total. And then you have the guest house as well. So yeah, I made this really girly, the big fluffy kind of the rug. It did take me a while to figure out the colour scheme for this one. I wanted to go for that like Caribbean patch update palm leaf wallpaper, and in the pink swatch, I believe it was the pink swatch with the white wood. And for me, I tried to do it was too much, it was too intense, and then I tried to find like a wall swatch to match like the bordering around the middle, and I couldn't. So this is the teenage boy's bedroom, and I felt like this boy, he would be quite a musical kind of character, quite a geek. Like, he likes his movies, he likes to play the guitar, he likes to play the piano, but I don't know, he's like a cool guy. I imagine him to be a cool guy, and he's interested in a lot of cool things. So I give him a keyboard and I give him a guitar and stuff like that. And here's the movie posters. I liked putting all the little movie posters above the piano. And to be honest, guys, this is pretty much the end of the build. Like, I'm just filling in a little bit the hallway now. So if you guys enjoyed the build and you want to see more of this kind of thing, then please let me know. Please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. It'd mean the world to me, and I can tell you more of my drunken stories as well. Even if you don't like and subscribe, I'm just going to just tell you anyway. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. Stop by again for the next video, which is going to be my massive log cabin house thing on another 64x64 lot. It's coming along really nice. I've just got to finish off the exterior of the build, and then we're good to go, people. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by the greatest YouTube channel on this planet, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.